It has nothing to do with just talent. You know, and my thing is you could have this range, you could have this beautiful pen. You need more than just that. You need to be tangible to people. You need to kind of know who you are. And that took time for me.
Some say identity is the mark of true artistry. And singer-songwriter Dre Scott has what it takes. We caught up over a sip and talked about his journey in music so far, from Idol to signing with Ciara to going independent all over again. We got into it all. And you know, poolside, they always sing down. So get ready to jump in with Dre Scott.
That's something.
Right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now we right where we need to be. Thank you so much for coming to the house.
Thank you for having me.
For a little poolside session.
Yeah.
Before we get to the performances though, I want to know a little bit more about your story, how you came to be a musician, how music found you.
I want to say I've always sang.
Right?
I want to say I was coming out the womb in key.
I know that's right. Yeah.
Okay, this. Let me have something. You get all this other thing. Let me have something.
You said you got all this. No, the singing
Taking
is
my
yours.
gig.
Singing is definitely yours. No problem.
I don't know. It's just something I've always did. I didn't necessarily grow up around musicians.
Okay.
My family is sports people. I played sports.
Okay.
It wasn't until, I want to say, don't quote me, but like preschool, like right before kindergarten, I had like my first little church solo.
Uh-huh.
And then my family was like,
There's something there.
That's something there. But again, my family didn't really do music like that. So it was just like, cool, he's a good singer.
Moving on.
And I play sports. Yeah.
Right.
This is what
Back
it
to
was.
soccer practice.
Exactly. I want to say I didn't start taking serious until high school. I was part of BSU.
Wow.
And we had a talent show. I sang This Woman's Work. I sang This Woman's Work.
That's a hard song to sing.
I grew up listening to falsetto singers. So to me, that just sat in my voice.
That's where you were.
That's where I was. That's where I lived. Philip Bailey, Stylistics, all them. That was my foundation.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then I got reactions from people, from randoms. It's one thing when like your moms, your grandma, whatever, they're like, "Oh, you're a great singer,
Right?
Cute." Y'all supposed to say that regardless.
Exactly.
Random people and like brought to tears and stuff. I was like, "Oh,
I'm good at this.
I'm good at this. I love doing it."
Right.
And this maybe could be something. So that's kind of when I start really like taking it serious.
And so when did you start writing music?
Oh, way later. I want to say I was like 20. Then I really just got into my expression bag, I would say, because I'm not really one to like try to write a banger or like a radio hit. I kind of just write for me to deal with things, you know?
Like your diary, your journal.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Wrote my first album off of that. Wake Up was the first song I wrote.
Okay.
And that was the first track off of my first album, Black Denim.
Yeah.
When
Beautiful
I was still
album.
under DeAndre. Thank you so much.
What went into the name change? Was it also a life change, a shift in you, or just was it musically you wanted to do something different?
I mean, I think more so business-wise, because I never approached music as a business thing.
Okay.
Which I needed to do. But that first album, I always tell any like artist, if they have the opportunity to, just write something that's yours, if you can. That first album I wrote completely, did the production, wrote every chord, wrote every vocal arrangement, wrote every lyric that was mine. And I really I didn't want anybody else's opinion on it.
Yeah.
I wanted it to be representative of who I am. Because I was signed before that, after Idol. And I put out a song, and I hate it. It's called Her Crazy. Don't look it up.
You know people are gonna look it up.
Don't look it up.
And they're gonna be like, Poolside Sessions is what sent me here.
Exactly.
Just so you know.
But I didn't write it. I didn't really have too much of a say in it. I was young.
Okay.
It just wasn't it for me. So I really wanted something that represented what I did. So I got to do that. And that approach is just more so like, cool, here's my songs. And I was independent at that time. Not like how the kids say now, like I'm independent and we got a stylist and a publicist and
No, that's right.
It was me. I had my own like everything, my own publishing, my own everything. It's mine. Nobody told me that before you go out and say, this is my artist name, you should look up if there's any other. There's 6 other DeAndres. So that had to switch.
I know the feeling. Me and Scott Evans.
Oh.
The other Scott Evans.
The other one.
Love you.
Sorry, Scott.
You also talked about Idol.
Yes.
Were you talked into Idol?
My mom made me do Idol.
I knew.
I didn't want to do no daggone
I
Idol.
knew it.
I didn't want to do no daggone Idol.
I knew it.
I did not want to do it. Also, I don't think at that time, I was prepared for that. I was 15, my first season. I did 2 seasons. I was doing like Hawaiian music and dancing hula. That was a big part of my life at the time.
Yeah.
So when I was, secular music, when I was doing, not the church coming out, when I was doing
secular music.
when I was doing secular music, I didn't have much experience with that.
Okay.
I did a talent show
Right.
at school, and that was really it. And then it was like, cool, Idol's coming to our town.
Right.
So mom was like, you're gonna do it. And I really didn't want to, but you know, I'm gonna do what my mom says.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What you not gonna do.
Yeah.
Is be out here singing this secular music.
Exactly.
And also disobeying your mom. Okay.
Period.
You want to spare this ride?
Spirit.
You want to catch this ride?
Exactly. So there's that. So we did that. I did my first season. It was cool. It was, I would say I'm very blessed to have been so young to kind of have a crash course of the industry.
Yes. And by then it was a machine.
Yeah, this was about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
So I got that like kind of just crash course, and I went back with a different mindset. I was like, cool, this is a TV show. Ain't got nothing to do with singing.
Right.
Got to be able to sing, but this is a TV show.
Right.
I feel like I accomplished what I needed to get done. And like when I got cut, I was like, cool, I made tour. That's all I want. Give me my check,
That part.
you know, and get my exposure.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
What's cool about your approach and how you've decided, okay, now I have a better understanding of what this is. Now I can better play this role or play this part. And also have a better understanding of what I get in return. The Voice. How did The Voice happen for you?
Oh, the show, The Voice.
Yeah. You were like, I was born with it. We talked about it already.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna say God, but
right.
The Voice. I was living in Australia, in Melbourne. Shout out to Melbs. I was there for 2 years. I recorded my first album there.
Wow.
I was doing gigs while I was in college, and I did a random show in Melbourne and fell in love with it.
Yeah.
So I just kind of decided to get up. My friend, while I was writing my first album, my friend Isaac was like, "Why are you recording it here?" I was living in Hawaii at the time.
Right.
And I'm just like, well, you know, because we're here. He's like, are you doing it out of convenience, or are you doing it out of like, this is why you want to do it?
Right.
And I'm just like, well, because we're here. It's like, well, where's the last place you felt inspired? Yeah, I was like, Melbourne, because I wanted to be challenged. I wanted to be around other ears that didn't really know my sound.
Right. I mean, you saw it. I had to just matrix that. I was just like
Absolutely.
Neo. You know, I did like channel some Morpheus on that one just then.
But yeah, so I got up to Melbs. I didn't know anybody. I was just like, I want to do music full time.
Right.
Got up and moved. Did like jam sessions and open mics and just kind of networked and started gigging full time. And then somebody called out for The Voice, and they were like, are you free? I'm like, absolutely free.
Yes, I'm free.
I love being on the other side. It was the best, because
Right.
I'm like, I already know what happens.
Right.
They're like, give me the rundown. I said, I'm a TV show kid. I've done 2 years of my life dedicated to this.
Yeah.
I could do this part. I do oohs and ahs all day. I don't turn down a check.
You said background, I got that.
I got that. I'll hold a harmony down.
Do you like singing background?
I love singing
There are so
backgrounds.
many singers that I talk to who it really, truly, like Brandy,
Yeah.
is like, oh, I'll sing other people's backgrounds.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Like on your record, if you don't want to sing background, like I love that. Jasmine Sullivan,
Yeah.
love singing background.
Absolutely. That's low-key my side hustle. I do most of my work is vocal arrangements for artists.
Wow.
If somebody that like had a steady like tour check, whatever, was like, we want you, find me on the background.
I know that's right.
If I'm with the step touch, right, bink, and a cat, kitty cat, meow, puss, and a and cut. That's it.
Now what you need to know is that I can't snap with both hands, so I'm gonna fake it. You know.
Come on.
Yeah. But you would never know. You didn't know then, did you? See that? You were the first artist signed to Ciara's imprint,
Yes.
right? Her label.
Yeah.
What was that experience like for you?
It was great. It was absolutely great. I remember when they reached out to me, I was touring my album. I was living out of my car at the time.
Right.
Because I was living in Hawaii, and shout out to my friends because they're amazing. But I couldn't fly out 5 people and pay rent, so
Right.
I had to choose.
Right.
And this is not a sob story. This is like one of the happiest times of my life. I didn't mind it. I was doing what I loved.
Of course.
with great company. So we opened up for Jasmine Sullivan in Florida.
Come on.
Did a show in New York. came back to Hawaii, and we had like a random gig, like a money gig. You know.
I do.
You know them just like,
You know,
okay,
just get the money
let me
and
the
get
money.
on.
Yeah, the money gig.
Yep.
We was at the airport, and then I get a DM from Russell talking about, hey, so do you have management? I'm thinking like, you know, they got all them babies, beautiful, beautiful babies. I'm like, cool, y'all need like someone to sing at the first birthday party or whatever.
No problem.
Beautiful. Again, I'm living out my car. Go on and give me like,
Give me
I'm
the
looking
check.
for work.
Yes.
And they were like, send me your number. I said, okay, cool. They called me in like 2 minutes, like FaceTime me. They were like, we just want to let you know, like we're real and we're starting a label, and we would love to like, as a passion project, we would love to like really
Work with you.
work with you. That was so cool for me.
Wow.
It was so cool for me. I'm 29, so I grew up on Ciara.
Of course.
1-2
step.
Absolutely. That whole goodies, everything. I love Ciara.
Yeah.
Just to kind of be able to get to know her personally and them as people. Like everything you see on TV is them at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know, gracious enough to even like open their home to me and stuff. Like they're just beautiful people.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it put another layer of energy on you.
It did.
Right? It put another layer of like, I'm after this.
It did, yeah.
On you. You know what I mean?
That was at the top of 2019. It was in February.
You better get you a singer that can really sing. You hear what I'm saying? That can really do it.
2019, and I'm very much like at the beginning of the year, I set my intentions.
Yeah.
I was just kind of burned out doing this by myself.
Yeah.
I needed a team. I needed kind of just like direction and people to kind of like really kind of help me.
Right.
So,
in their areas of expertise.
Absolutely.
So you could focus on yours.
And a month later, God said, here you go.
Wow. That's the benefit though of getting specific.
Absolutely.
And then orienting yourself in the direction of that.
Absolutely.
Being open to it when it shows up.
But also like there's power in numbers, and we're not made to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let me do something bigger than just me. So I truly believe God put them in my life in that season for that, to kind of push me to get out of my comfort zone.
There are a lot of people who feel like, I think, once you get signed, your life has changed. You don't have to worry about anything else ever again. You know what I mean? Once you get signed, you said, wait, who? Not I, said the cat. Not I.
That's not the case.
What would you say is the greatest misconception about being signed? Not necessarily with Ciara and Russell, but like, what would you say is the greatest misconception about artists once they get signed?
That it just happens, that you have no work to do. It's on you.
Right, still.
It's still on you. You still need that independent mindset. No one's gonna write the songs for you.
Right.
No one's gonna market the things for you. They may just unlock the door. You gotta open it.
Mm-hmm.
You still have to do it. Not to knock down labels or anything. Not all of them. But
it's tough though.
But yeah.
It's tough. The music industry is tough.
It is. I mean, any industry in entertainment is tough because that's one thing I did learn from Idol. There is so much talent out there.
Right.
You know,
and talent isn't the only thing it's not gonna be the thing that wins.
No, it has nothing to do with just talent.
Right.
You know, and my thing is you could have this range, you could have this beautiful pen. You need more than just that. You need to be tangible to people. You need to kind of know who you are. And that took time for me, you know? And I find solace in the fact that I'm still knowing who I am. I know who I am today, but I am, girl.
That was violent. I heard it. That was violent. That was some more bullshit. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a setup. I feel like it was a setup. But I'm gonna look, because I'm gonna let you, because that way we can get you over here to perform before these bugs be out here really ready to fight. What are you gonna sing today?
I'm gonna do an original song called Kind to Me.
Okay. Tell me about where that song came from for you.
So I was living in New York during COVID, during all that stuff was happening, and I was watching every day with everybody.
Right.
I was frustrated. I was frustrated with the world. I feel like the world is always, something's always burning in the world. Something's always wrong.
I think collectively, fireworks, Black Lives, better be.
Thank you.
Black Lives Matter movement was a time I feel like we all agreed, oh, right.
Yeah.
We all are dealing with this.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
No matter who you are.
Right.
And it really kind of stuck with me even more so. I kind of got to know like people's stance like in my circle and stuff. And I was getting irritated because I'm just like, I have a beautiful Black mother. raised by a beautiful Black woman, and my family is that. So, granted, I'm mixed. I could go out in the world. I have that privilege. I own my Blackness. I love my Blackness, but I'm not having the same experience as like my mother would, or my grandfather would. So it hurts me. It bothers me. It really pissed me off. So I wanted to write about it, but I didn't want to. I'm not a preacher. I'm not telling folks what to do. More so, what can I change for me in my circle, in my world? I can't change the world, but I could change mine. And I just think at the core of it is just to be kind to people, to myself, to be open to listen to folks so I can be heard.
And how can we be better if there's no space?
To grow or to learn.
Right.
Yeah, so that's, kind to me.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
This is incredible.
Moment never passing, comments everlasting. I don't mean to read so much, trying hard to be enough. Saints call me a sinner. The world keeps getting thinner, eating every lie they told, trying hard to fit the mold. You have your say, then it swings back my way. Never finding a gray, always black on white days. Quick to find all mistakes, never try to educate. Ignorance ain't bliss. Why don't we know this? So won't you be kind to me? You don't know where my mind could be. I'll try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you live with some kind, necessary unspoken word. Spare a heart with the words unheard. I don't care for your opinion. You take care of your own dominion. They say that intellect calls for open minds, but intercourse draws a natural line. How could you be so naive? Promoting hypocrisy. No, you have your say, then it swings back their way. Never finding a gray, always black or white days. Quick to find all mistakes, never try to educate. Ignorance ain't bliss. Why don't we know this? So won't you be kind to me? You don't know where my mind could be. I'll try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you learn to be. Kinda stupid that I took the time to change my life just to fit a vibe. Kinda crazy that I still obsess on what I look like, wishing I weighed less. Kinda sad that I still feel the need to validate and always people please. Kinda sad that some won't feel enough, cause validation come from others' love. Kinda crazy some will pick a phrase, choose not to listen, then result to hate. Kinda silly nations will unite to conquer culture for the world divide. Kinda stupid that we still can't learn that Black Lives Matter. Tell me when's our turn? Kinda sad for the land of the free while we still fighting for equality. So won't you be kind to me? You don't know where my mind could be. I'll try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you learn to be kind to me. You don't know where my mind could be. I try to be kind to you. I don't know what my words can do. Free your mind if you learn to be kind. Motherfucker.
So you want to fight? Okay. I'm kind of right.
Thank you.